Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Brian from usa.patriot.cards on Instagram, and today I am sharing a PSA submission that just came through. It's a two-card Super Express submission that took about a week total on the turnaround, and I sent it in with another express order of about 18 cards that is halfway through the grading process as we speak. Now, this is November 15th that this video is coming out, 2021, and there are rumors that Nat Turner and PSA are set to resume regular services in about 2 weeks. There's all kinds of guesses on what the service price will be for that regular service. A lot of people think it's going to be $100 with a guaranteed turnaround time between 1 and 2 months. Probably put the declared value limit on $100 level at $19.99 maybe. So that is going to be interesting to see how that plays out, to say the least, because we haven't had anything below the 150 level in so long. These two cards are older. They're both 2016 cards. One I bought from a friend who opened it and pulled it, and the other I got raw on eBay. I don't know what I got. I don't know the grades. I opted to be surprised so I could make this video. But spending $300 per card to get them graded, I would hope that I got at least a 10, because 2 9s, although it makes the cards more liquid, 2 9s would be disappointment, let's just face it. So let's get into this and see what we got. Last night was interesting, and yesterday the full day, man. I'll tell you what, PSA really makes these things hard to crack into, that's for sure. Yesterday was football Sunday, and a lot of quarterbacks returned to form, and one didn't. Dak Prescott looked great in the Cowboys thrashing of the Atlanta Falcons. Josh Allen, who I am very invested in, also looked good as the Bills handled the Jets with no problem. I think the talk of the town was probably Mahomes getting back to the way we're used to seeing him play in a game that was actually touted as supposed to be a divisional, tough divisional matchup for the Chiefs against the Raiders in Las Vegas. But if you watch that game, you realize it was anything but, as Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders looked about as bad as a team could look. I didn't realize that Derek Carr was such a statue. But, I mean, anytime the pocket closes in on him at all, he stands there and just falls. I mean, he might be the best falling quarterback I've seen since Tony Romo. There was a play in the first half. He broke containment and was rolling out, and I think he might have gained 3 yards, and literally no slide, none of that, no stretching out, going to the sideline, trying to get that extra yard. It's just a fall down, like he'd been shot. I mean, literally just crumbles to the ground, and the defenders are kind of, they're still like pretty far away from him, looking at him like he's crazy. I mean, anyway, that being said, it was good to see those guys get back on track. Hopefully that will give their cards a bump. And the one guy that I didn't watch the game, but I was watching the score, and old Justin Herbert lost to old Kirk Cousins. So Herbert remains a mystery. Herbert remains on a downtrend since he beat the Chiefs last month. So for you Herbert holders, are you concerned? Did he look good yesterday? I didn't watch the game, like I said, but I was glad to see Josh Allen bounce back. I am leveraged pretty hard on Josh Allen. I traded a bunch of Mahomes stuff and even some Dak stuff 2 weeks ago at the Dallas Card Show and loaded up on. Got a lot of Allen. I got a little Herbert and yeah, so I was happy to see Josh bounce back. All right, so as you can see, both of these are first Bowman Chrome. One's a 2016 Vladdy Purple auto, and one is a 2018 Shohei Ohtani auto. This is base, this is purple to 250. If I had to pick, if I could only get 110, and I had to pick which one I'd want to receive that 10, I know the pop count is higher on Ohtani, but man, an Ohtani 10 I think is going for around 8K. I think the Guerrero Purple 10s are about 7K. So price-wise, I don't think that it makes a huge difference. Preference-wise, I already have a 10 of Ohtani, so I could probably sacrifice the 9 on the Ohtani for the 10 on the Guerrero. That being said, let me get something to do the slow roll reveal here, and let's see what we get. All right, make sure you guys can see that. As you can see, it is a 2018 Shohei Ohtani Bowman. And before we look at the grade, I mean, nice clean auto, sharp corners. The surface looked like it was flawless to me. Let's see what Panini said, or PSA, my bad. PSA gave this card a 9. A mint 9. Well, that takes a couple $1,000 right off the top of that card. Although it does look pretty sweet in that PSA holder. A lot better than it did raw. Yeah, the story on this is I had a friend who was breaking, and back in 2018, and he was doing breaks and pulled this. And I think I paid him $1,000 for it. Maybe it was $1,100, which were right around comps at the time. This is before he got hurt. This is right when he hit the scene, but it was before the huge, you know, boom in the card market. So $1,100 was pretty steep even then. Okay. Not the 10 I was hoping for sure, but at least it's not an 8. I have seen a couple 8s out there, and boy, would that have been tragic. I would hope, though, that I would have a good enough eye that I wouldn't have sent the 8. I mean, that doesn't look like the sharpest corner in the world. I mean, there's a fleck of white there. Centering looks good, doesn't it? I mean, I'll have to get out my 10 to compare. Oh well. So 9 on the Ohtani. Now let's see what the Vladdy did. I'll show you the card. Purple Vlad Guerrero Jr. I bought this also back in, let's see, was it 2018, I guess, when he first hit the scene? Back when his hype train was rolling. I don't remember what I paid for this, but I bet it was around $400. Now that I look at this thing, it looks like there's just a little fleck right there too. I mean, probably as big as the Ohtani's. But the centering looks good. Let's see what the back looks like. The back looks pretty solid. Like again, I didn't notice anything when I submitted these two. So it's a solid auto. I did choose to not get the autos graded, and I'll tell you why. I sent these in on the same order, and right here, if you can see that part of the auto, it just gets thin right there. It's not streaky by any means, but you can tell how it's thicker here, and then it gets thin there. I didn't want to take the chance I'm a type that if I'm buying a PSA 10 auto and I can see that as long as the auto isn't smeared or isn't running off card or off sticker, as long as the auto looks decent, I mean, I'm not going to pay much more, if any more, for a 1010, as long as I can verify that the auto's, you know, not going to hurt the card. I've seen some cards that got a 10 and a 9 auto, and I just have to ask myself, why? Why? Why would you grade the auto? Maybe they didn't realize. Maybe they thought they had to grade the auto. But let me tell you, for you guys out there that don't know, if you've got a questionable auto, don't grade it. Just send it into Panini. I keep saying, just send it into PSA. Choose the card grade only, and let that auto ride, because unless you can be totally sure, like I think this Vladdy definitely would. Yeah, I don't see anything about this Vlad Guerrero Jr. auto that would make it questionable. Maybe I should have separated the orders, but I think I saved a little money by combining them on the insurance charge, on the shipping charge. With all that being said, let's do a slow roll and see what we got. We're talking about a $4,000 difference between the 9 and the 10 on this purple Vladdy Jr. Ready? 3. Come on, 10. 2. One time. 1. Boom! Wow. I'll take it. I'll take it. Like I said in the beginning of the video, if I had to choose, if I could just get 110 and I had to choose, I'd go Vladdy. Well, there you go. $600 later, well, $650 later, I have 2 cards that were once raw, now encapsulated in that gorgeous PSA slab. Go ahead and, I'm so, I don't know. Even though it comes in a perfectly fine PSA shield, plastic cover thingy already, I like to go ahead and freshen it up a bit with a fresh sleeve. Get it on there real tight. And there you have it. Let me know in the comments, how do you think I did? What would you have chosen if you had to give one of these a 10 and the other one a 9?